Hello everyone, Jeff and Jay here with Jay's Big Adventure. Today we're going to change the rear brake pads on our 2012 BMW K1600Gt. First up we're going to do is remove the luggage. I love people that tell me, oh, BMWs are so hard to work on. Man, that was tough. The first thing we're going to do is loosen up this bolt that holds the muffler in place. It just makes it easier to take the rear tire off. And then we're going to loosen the 5 lug bolts down here, and for those we got a little bit of help. Okay, the next step is going to be to pull this little wire clip out, slide this shaft out, and that will let the 2 brake pads slide down out of the caliper. But first, you can see how much brake pad we've used here. This is normally all the way across when the pads are new. I'll show you that when I'm done. What I'm going to do is squeeze just a little bit to get these pucks, or these brake pistons, compressed back into their bore so that it'll be easier to get the pad out. So all I'm going to do is just grab this pin and pull it out. Just a little cotter pin. And now this shaft will slide out of the caliper. So to get this pin out, there's a little access hole here. See if I can get this to focus on it here. There we go. And this is just a small nail. Put it in here and tap it with a hammer. And it comes right out the other side. So I've got the pads out now, and I wanted to show you the difference here. This is the original factory BMW pad, and there was still a little bit of life left in them, but I ride a bunch of miles during the summer and I didn't want to have to worry about that down the road. This new pad, which comes from a company called Caltric, has significantly more pad area. What they've done is they've extended this pad up into the corner, so it will give me quite a bit more friction surface, which I think will be very interesting. The other big difference is the factory pads are, $50. You can get performance pads for $70 to $90. These pads were $7 from these guys. I couldn't believe it. I'm going to give them a try this for the summer, and I'll report back later on. Current mileage on the bike is 43,096. We'll take a look at them when I've put another 5,000 or 8,000 miles on the bike, and we'll see how they're wearing. Okay, so what I'm going to do is slide this pad up into the rotor. And to do that, I'm just going to push the rotor aside a bit. And this will slide right up in place. There's a little tab up on top you need to watch, but once you get that in place, it just lines right up. And to keep that pad from sliding out, I'm going to slide this in here to keep it in place until I can get the next pad in. One of the fun parts is trying to get both of the pistons to retract enough to slide the new pads in, which are obviously much thicker than the old ones. What I did is I just used a screwdriver to pry gently on the top, and then use pliers gently on the bottom and work both of those pucks back this way. You can also push on it depending on how thick your pads are and get it that way. But finally, I was able to get the new pads installed. And now this pin just taps in there. Once that's in, we'll put that little clip back in and we're good to go. Once you get the pin back in place, now I can slide the cotter pin back in. Make sure when you tap that pin in that you have this hole pointing in a direction where you can get to it. We are back from our test ride and everything went according to plan. With new brake pads, and this is true with cars as well, make sure that you give them a couple hundred miles to get to know each other and properly bed in. Once that's accomplished, they will allow full braking capability. Thanks for watching, ride safe, and watch this channel for more fun videos.